So, last night I uploaded to be released this afternoon my climb of Breakneck Ridge, but unfortunately I have to fucking remove it. I have to take out the song I wanted to use. I used a few songs, but the last song, I was forced to take that out that I wanted to use. That song was Sun Eater by Lorna Shore. I really wanted to, I thought it was appropriate that as I was reaching the heights of my mountaintop, that a song called Sun Eater be like, what's Steve doing up there? He's gonna eat the sun! Right? Just ridiculous stuff, right? So, can't do Lorna Shore. It's blocked worldwide. And I doubt very much that I could that I could email them and then in a good period of time get permission to use their shit or something. It took me long enough to pick all the audio that I was gonna use, because it's 17 minutes of footage altogether. So there are plenty of songs that are as long as Lorna Shore to take care of the last part. And it'll be an easy edit, because that was going to be the end of the fucking video. It was going to end on Lorna Shore. So it'll end on something else from people that aren't so fucking uptight about unmonetized channels having fun making original fucking videos to somebody else's song, because, you know, God forbid on my tube, which is what YouTube means when you say it to somebody. I mean, oh, the tube is for me. It's my tube. My tube. Oh gosh, I thought I was allowed to put my life on YouTube. Here's my life. Here's the music of my life. I vibe on Lorna Shore. I can't be honest that I vibe on Lorna Shore, that Lorna Shore is emotionally appropriate to my feelings as I am in the act of risking my own life for the sheer personal physical challenge of it. Risking my life just for personal improvement. Because believe me, I'm trying to pick hard fucking things to do on that mountain where my foot feels like it's slipping. And when my foot feels like it's slipping, and my hands don't have the best grip in case that fucking foot slips, and there's some very, very pointy rocks and sticks below me, and I mean way down there. Plus, I could be rolling and going further down than just the most immediate ground because of the gradient in which this fucking mountain fucking dictates. But it's worth it. People who know, know. All right. So there's that going on. And so I'll be getting back to that later today. But for now, my game, I'm going to get my run on over at the beach. And then this time, using the same harness I use to record myself climbing Breakneck. I'm going to record my jog. See how that looks. See if I want to use it. I don't feel like putting my hair in a restraint because, for me, these activities with my Leo midheaven, I'm just like, I've just gotta look good right now, I just gotta have my mane has to be doing something. Right? Some Leos wear it so on their sleeve when you really look into what they're, the people that are like really like hair oriented. And man, you look at me, I was always hair oriented. You look back at because I was talking about shit like this back before I looked good like this, right? Like right now, you fucking shave my head and I wouldn't be fucking depressed because my whole body looks good. Back then, I kind of like was largely working with my face, which was although round, good grooming habits, awesome long hair, did very well for me. Did very well for myself. Got all sorts of the right compliments and etc. Right? So now I'm just really in a more hardcore state like that. But I'm hoping that it all comes together nicely. So my wonderings are in the realm of when you're hearing enough astrological information about a period of time, like how much do you pay attention to anything happening in the first veil of reality, which is the illusion, the Maya, the dark sorcery, things. Granted, it's all like much of that first veil is constructed by your language constructs in general, right? With the words you're using and what you think that they mean, creating a false perception of reality as the details are wrong, and thus and then what you say can become a peculiarity to what other people say because you don't have the right words to describe the world you're actually experiencing, and so thus people can't even see what you see. Or the problem is actually, it's more that's a problem for the people that know the bigger words. It's when the people that know the bigger words see the people who know the smaller words. And it's the same words, I'm just talking about depth of meaning. And it's so superficially obvious what they think they see that that you forget, like, how I remember when I used to believe things like that. Geez, how did I get from there to here? How do I explain like what I know is all wrong about that and what's right and what hopefully also makes sense to them, right? Or is it deliberate because they're blocking something within their value set? Your language construct is going to reflect your value set. So here's my point, right? Everybody's talking about various significances of this month, right? As there's the significance of it being Libra season, which is nothing special. And then you've got our full moon just fell on the 3rd, and of course we're gonna have I believe we have a supermoon on Halloween or something like that. So like there's a moon there, we're doing a blue moon thing, and there's a Friday the 13th, and that Friday the 13th is going to be around a new moon, because that's 2 weeks from the 3rd, right? Roughly, yeah. Well, 10 days. It'll be a very. It should be still waning. That moon should still be waning by that point. So you've got all these energies that are charging up, and people talking about, oh yeah, we're coming back into, like, Pluto's going direct again, right? And like Pluto has been the thing that we have been, it's been the overarching thing of the last couple of years, because Pluto's been moving very slow, crossing its threshold into Aquarius, retrograding back into Capricorn, direct back into Aquarius, not to forget the very distinct qualities of this being something that came on the tail end of the grand conjunction of 2020. As well as other aspects of things where Saturn is going in particular seems to be the big thing that everyone is saying is going to be the biggest factor on Aquarius, and which is obviously true, because Saturn never lost rulership of Aquarius. It doesn't belong to Uranus at all. That's not how Uranus works. I got Uranus in my ascendant in Scorpio, so I'm seeing, like I see Uranus well. I see it very. Don't fucking honk at me. I'm slowing down because the guy in front of me. Anyway, atypical fucking road rage nonsense. So people are talking about how never before in history, in the political theater, has the Speaker of the House been outed under these kinds of circumstances. And people are upset about it, in particular because this was done by the influence of a minority of members of their own party who voted against him, and these dissenters are in the good MAGA camp, the MAGA camp that actually leans towards populism, which is what all the moderate Republicans want and like. Right? So we have no idea who the Republican speaker is going to be, but it will be a Republican speaker. But it won't be the top pick of the status quo, which these guys like McCarthy and such, they were the top pick as damage control for what is the zeitgeist of the conservative side of the nation, in which way that it is moving. He was there to make the old guard look good. Because, I think some of these guys who are fence sitters are people that are not taking the depth of the reality seriously. I firmly believe that everybody, running an office or whatever, they have a right to be as willfully ignorant as these people. They can just look at a fucking they can look at a government document, and unless it's something strange that they're forced to do, allegedly, like, they don't have to fucking do anything about anything serious. They can just say that, oh, it's this government line. These reports, half this information was written up in the other guy's administration. And, that's the way these people are. And that's not just from Trump derangement syndrome. These people will act this way about all sorts of stuff. You just don't hear about it because they're really not politicizing it. They're just keeping that excuse in their back pocket to throw at you over their deep state agendas. Now they have to lead with that disposition instead of reserving it for being asked, because all this stuff that they're going against the American people, the only difference is the American people are paying attention, and that's what's changing things, right? And this is indicative of this is the same kind of thing in politics, which I'm still an anarchist, but I'm just saying, you can look and see the trend of what the people that need the state and would threaten me with it are at, and bringing awareness, bringing measured attention to the illusion, the first veil, where they can't hide stuff from you, otherwise they don't have power either. That game, they are whoa, what am I retrying? Because this thing's still going. Okay. Their power, where they don't have power unless they play in that game also, right? You have to understand. It's why any of it matters at all, and why you're always nerve-wracked about somebody hitting you with a drone strike or bringing in the heavies to bust in your door, etc. You know that all of it has some relationship to the psyche of these people in the body politic, right? Because the body politic is an amass of the social order of the way of a people. And that's where all of its power really is, not in its passing of the laws. The passing of the laws takes shape by these other merits in which it is only a reactionary. And it can only be a reactionary because it's based on democratic process. Like, you could throw any schmuck's name in the hat. And then, God forbid, they're dumb and they accept. It'd be great if they're wise and they accept, but that's not what ever fucking happens. Which is why, people go and they run for the office, because they've built this entire illusion in the person who's uninitiated going into the body politic of that's where the authority of any kind is, and it's not. The authority is literally you. If you have personal authority, that's your authority. And different people have different levels of personal authority. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be going into a dead zone. This is going to cut out because I'm almost to the beach. Okay, I'm going to catch you guys later, but you get it. There's there's a spirit in the air that the